Hello everyone and welcome to Smells Like Teen Angst. I'm Sarah and today we are going to talk about The Summer I Turned Pretty, Season 3, Episode 4. Let's do it. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our channel, comment, let us know what you think about the season so far, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of our more angsty content. Now let's talk about this episode. So far in Season 3, the final season of The Summer I Turned Pretty, we have had multiple cheating scandals. We have a marriage proposal. We have Conrad, I think, covering for his work bestie and getting dropped from the program, and he still has yet to tell his family. Stephen almost dying. Let me go back to that. He's fine. But then what we do have is the only thing everyone is united on is that Belly and Jeremiah should not be getting married. But let's start with Taylor. When we left off, Taylor's just found out through Stephen that her mother's salon was basically going under. And this character is going through something that a lot of kids go through when they have parents who don't know how to be parents and are still basically acting like kids themselves. She's giving up everything in order to help her mother. She now has Stephen helping her secretly because he cares for her. And I still think that they're going to be endgame characters. I just think that they need to take some space for a little while. Taylor's also doing her best to support Belly, even though she thinks that they should wait. But when you have a bestie, you're like, well, let me just do what she wants to do because she's going to do it anyway. I might as well be there for the entire ride. Jeremiah has started his internship at his father's office, which is going exactly how we all expected it to go. And that's basically all that's going on there. This episode was kind of a lot of nothing. It feels like almost the calm before the storm in a way. Even though we did have a big blow up when Jeremiah goes to see Belly and tries to convince Laurel that they should be getting married and it's okay. And her mother, 10 toes down, tells them absolutely not and that she won't be a part of this wedding. When you have stubborn children, I think this just shows the perfect example that your kids are going to do whatever they want to do anyway. So you can either be a part of it or create resentment within your family. I think Laurel's character in the end is going to come around. But for now, everyone around them can see that they just need to wait. Just get out of college. No one's even asking them to wait 10 years. They're just graduate college, get a job, live together, be able to support yourselves without the help of your parents. Become actual adults. Take this as a lesson for anyone out there thinking that this is romantic and that they should do the same. Stephen, while he is helping Taylor's mother, he also has to be the best man into Jeremiah and Belly's wedding. And I love that he goes from being so anti this wedding that all it takes is the idea of throwing a party to get Stephen on board as co-best man. What I think is insane is that Jeremiah thinks it's a good idea to ask his brother to be a best man for his wedding. And this also just adds to how much I think Jeremiah is a villain and how much Jeremiah really is only with Belly because it's a one-up on Conrad. It's the only time he gets to win. And it makes me so sad because there are people like that. And I know we are talking about fictional people and a fictional world, fictional characters, but there are a lot of tropes and it's a lot of stories that a lot of people go through. And Jeremiah's character is so torn down constantly by his own father. And he is always comparing himself to his own brother, that when he's allowed to be his own person, he's almost the worst version of himself. So Jeremiah and Belly, after the big blow up with Laurel, go to Cousins. And Conrad's there. Conrad has been hiding out from everyone because he learned what he was left at the restaurant. That's so fucked up. And so he's been hiding out because he doesn't have the thing to go back, the internship, work study. He doesn't have the doctor job to go back to. And so he's just kind of hiding out, processing the fact that Jeremiah and Belly are getting married, trying to figure out how to be a human being throughout all of this, because that is not Conrad's strong suit. Conrad, as we know from previous seasons, likes to hermit, likes to deal with it all himself, and likes to cut himself off from the world in order to deal or even not deal with anything. So when Jeremiah and Belly show up, he is forced to see it. He is forced to deal. He is forced to grow up a little bit when it comes to them. Because while this show has time jumped, it seems like Conrad's the only one who has done any maturing, with the exception of when it comes to Jeremiah and Belly. That is where he is still 17. And the only way out is through, my guy. So being around them, seeing them, saying yes to being the best man is the only way he can survive this situation, weirdly. There was a moment that I thought was really sad because he told his brother it was ridiculous that they were getting married, which is what everyone is saying. And then Jeremiah and Belly make fun of him in the pool and he can hear it. And I'm like, that's so mean. But also I get it. I'd probably do the same thing. But him overhearing it, just like twisting it, you know? Now, what may or may not get messier, may or may not get more interesting, I'm still waiting for Conrad to learn, or even Steven, of all people, to learn about Jeremiah and the other girl when they were on a break or when they broke up. You know, Conrad thought she knew. Jeremiah thought she knew about two very different things. With Belly hiding out at the beach house with Conrad after Conrad decides to cancel his flight after overhearing Belly crying and sobbing herself to sleep. The two of them are now going to be in this house together and alone more than they were at Christmas. And I'm wondering if Belly is going to be the one to tell him or if Jeremiah is going to be the one to tell him. I think that they're going to go the Belly route, which I think they should. I think it'll just be like a casual, accidental thing. But it needs to happen. It happens in the book, and it needs to hurry up and happen now, because at this point, this season 3 is like flatlining. And we need something else to happen other than arguing about them getting married. And all of us at home going, not yet. But I guess we'll see. I will say at the end of this episode, hearing Conrad's inner monologue makes me really excited, because I'm hoping that we are finally getting a Conrad POV episode. And I hope it kind of retcons like the previous seasons, because at this point we're following like our unreliable narrators, right? Everything's through Belly. We get that Jeremiah episode last season, and I think it's now Conrad's turn to kind of get into the inner workings of this boy. But we'll see. I haven't loved this season so far. I'm just kind of sitting here reluctantly watching it. I feel like we all are, right? I don't know. We just want to see how it ends. We need to see how much she changes, how much like Jenny Han changes the ending, if at all. Just maybe like the journey to get there is different. Maybe none of it'll be that different. But we got a lot more weeks to go before we finally find out. I don't know what else to say about this episode. It was really lackluster. It was literally just everyone arguing about them getting married or not getting married. Conrad giving her a hug and we hear an inner monologue. Jeremiah having a bad time as an intern, as a Nepo baby. It's literally all that happened. Something else has to happen. Please. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the season so far of The Summer I Turned Pretty. Comment, let us know. Thumbs up this video, ring the bell so you miss out on any more of our angsty videos. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.